Back to the state of the state. Governor Newsom is clarifying his comments tonight about hitting the brakes on California's high-speed rail project.
During his first State of the State address, he suggested pulling the plug on the line between San Francisco and L.A., instead focusing on one between Merced and Bakersfield.
I'm not interested in making the same old mistakes.
CBS 13's Adrian Moore is live in the newsroom with the downgraded plan he proposed and what he's trying to clarify tonight. Adrian?
And Sharon and Tony, the governor said the project had been botched and cost too much. But within the last several hours, a spokesperson has massaged some of those remarks, saying the governor isn't walking away from the project altogether, even if there is not a full path for it right now.
But let's be real. The current project, as planned, would cost too much and respectfully take too long.
A bullet train bombshell in Governor Gavin Newsom's first State of the State address.
Right now, there simply isn't a path to get from Sacramento to San Diego, let alone from San Francisco to L.A. I wish there were. However, we do have the capacity to complete a high-speed rail link between Merced and Bakersfield.
After years of delays and funding problems, the governor wants to refocus efforts on parts of the Central Valley line that are already under construction. He says if the Merced to Bakersfield section isn't complete by 2022, the state will have to pay back $3.5 billion to the federal government.
I have no interest in sending back $3.5 billion of federal funding that was allocated to this project to President Donald Trump.
Phase 2 construction includes a line connecting Sacramento and Merced all the way down to L.A., forming a blended rail system with Caltrain. Bay Area Assemblyman David Chu says he wants a full rail system in place, but agrees with the governor's approach.
We have to make sure that the projects that we have already started as part of high-speed rail get done, and then see where we go from there.
But Republican Senator Jim Newsom wants the governor to scrap the project altogether.
I know the valley. That train is not going to save the economy of the valley. We're just going to put more billions into it.
Now, as for the price tag on all of this, it is not cheap, guys. The latest estimates put the cost at $77 billion, with completion set for 2033. So far, $5.1 billion has been spent on this project. And we want to show you parts of the high-speed rail project that are already under construction. There's a part of work being done in Fresno. Right now, workers are building a viaduct over the San Joaquin River. This piece is part of the link between Bakersfield and Madera. Now, Caltrans says the governor has committed to the agency's electrification project. The high-speed rail project is right now providing more than $700 million in funds for Caltrain to transition from diesel engines. Tony?
Yeah, what he said sparked a strong reaction, that's for sure.
No question about it.
Thank you.